Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name's Rebecca. Today's practice is a yin flow, inviting and invoking the element of water, focused around the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. We will begin on our backs. You will want a block for this practice. Have it nearby. We're not going to use it right away, but we'll want it within arm's reach. Come onto your back. Take your feet the width of your mat and let your knees drop toward one another. Constructive rest. Softening the gaze. Begin to deepen your breath, lips gently sealed. Tune in to the water element within, remembering that we are composed of 70 to 90% water. The sacral chakra is just above Muladhara, the root. Muladhara is at the tailbone, the base of the spine. The second chakra, we move up just above the tailbone, below the navel, between the hips, in the space of the pelvis, the belly. You might rest your hands in this space. Second chakra is our feeling center. It is creativity, the reproductive organs, our second brain. So when you think of intuition, which is the space of intuition, the gut, 80% of the feel-good hormone is created in this second brain in the gut, serotonin. And in this space of the womb that has the potential to grow a child, the most nourishing waters, the amniotic fluid, fill this area to create life. Tune into your internal water within, your rivers, lakes, and valleys that shape you and mold you, the feelings, the intuition, the creativity. And let this water take us out of our minds. Let this practice be reaching for something deeper than thought. Let sensation be your guide, your teacher today. To your cactus out the arms and gently begin to just drop the knees side to side. We will move our body in circles, spirals, waves, invoking the element of water. And we will find stillness, because water too can be still. It's not always moving. Arms alongside the torso. Draw your feet parallel, your heels towards your butt. Inhale, lift the hips, reach your arms up overhead, and exhale, arms come down, hips come down. Like a wave, we move from the base of the spine up toward the base of the skull, top of the head, and then release. With your breath, your rhythm. Let go of any resistance and just let the breath and the body flow. As you bring the arms down along your sides, keep the arms down, lift the hips, and take some circles with the hips, or just gently let the hips swish side to side. And if you've taken the hips in one direction, reverse the circle. And then grab your block, place it underneath the tailbone for a supported bridge. Let your hips be heavy and supported. And tuning into this space of the pelvis, the second chakra. So they call the pelvis, it's known as the pelvic bowl, literally. And the bowl can tilt forward and back. It can tilt side to side. So let's just hold that bowl steady. You can imagine that the water swishing is now calming down. Follow your breath, noticing how it swells and recedes like the tide, drawing in and pushing back out. Remember that you are the ocean. So often we get caught up in the ripples, the distractions, the waves, and we identify with them. When in reality, we are not those distractions, the ripples, or the waves. They're just energy moving. We are the ocean, expansive, deep. If you'd like, take the bend out of the knees and take a full body stretch over the block. You could send your feet up toward the sky. And pressing into feet, lifting hips. And set your block off to the side. Hands to your hamstrings, lifting your feet. Gently rock. Send the feet back toward the back of our mat, and then gently rock up. A very loose butterfly shape in the legs. Soles of the feet come together, knees go wide, and then reach the arms forward as if you're grabbing some water. And then we're gonna roll on to the back. Rock, rising up. Gentle butterfly, and just reaching the arms forward. 3 more times, just slow, fluid. When you come up to your butterfly in this last one, hold it. You might draw your heels closer towards your groin. Press your knees down toward the floor. Lengthen the top of your head up. Inhale and exhale. A little wave and a hinge forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, wave and hinge. 3 more like that. And be like the water. Breath and body, emotions. Just let it all flow. And then we'll hold the hinge. To make this a more active fold, you could reach the hands back, drawing shoulder blades onto your back. This helps take the rounding out of the upper back, which at times can create a really tight pull on the low back. This might be for some, or you can make it more passive. Bring the hands forward. And don't feel like you need to be super still. If you need to move the head or adjust, just notice what your body needs. This really is about listening, this practice of yin. Rise. Cross the legs. Come forward to all fours. Cat-cow. Less rigidity, more fluidity. You decide what that means, what that feels like in your body. Explore, be curious. Let those circles, spirals, and waves move through your body, your shoulders, your head, your spine, your ribs, your hips. Press your hips to your heels, child's pose. This could be pressing into the tops of the feet or with the toes tucked for a foot stretch. You might explore what it feels like for the shoulders if you reach your hands back towards your heels versus arms reaching forward. Be curious. Rise to tabletop, grab your block, come into a modified side plank. The block is going to come underneath right hand. Right lower leg is going to sweep off to the long edge of your mat. Left toes reach toward the back. Left fingertips reach toward the top. Big side body stretch. We're going to do a bit of a flow here. I want you to start to reach that left arm down toward the floor. We're going to rise up to a gate pose. So left hand reaches toward left foot. Right arm is going to reach toward the back as we circle it up. And then draw right shoulder blade onto our back. And then right arm reaches toward the back. We circle it down toward the floor. back to the block, and then left arm sweeps forward and left shoulder rolls onto the back. Inhale, rise. And exhale. Side plank. Inhale. And exhale. Continue. Just letting this flow through your body. These circles and sways. Last one. And as you rise up to the gate pose, we're going to bring a bend into left knee, and let left knee bend, and we'll drop the hips from side to side. Hands come to the top of the mat. Right foot steps forward and wide for a runner's lunge. You might use your block underneath the hands. If you want to make this more active, you can tuck left toes and lift the knee. If you have more flexibility for the hips, you could drop down to your forearms. Follow the in-breath and the out-breath. The drawing in and the pushing out. The filling up and the release. So just like the water, our feelings, sensation in the body come and go. We are not meant to create a dam and hold on to them. And we know that even with dams, water is going to find the path of least resistance. It will move and find its way around obstacles. Water is a shapeshifter, so we too can shift. Make your way to wide-angled forward fold. Turn both sets of toes out to the long edge of the mat, feet wider than hips width distance. Inviting the water element into our wide-angled fold, taking some side lunges side to side and tracing your hands in an infinity, an 8 shape. Let it be gentle and soft, curious, fluid. And perhaps finding a little stillness in the center for 3 to 5 deep breaths. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, pigeon pose, bend right knee. Right knee comes over to the right edge of your mat, right foot to the left. Square hips and shoulders toward the front. Walk your hands towards your hips. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge. 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, inviting this wave into the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise, and let's move the hips side to side. Right hip drop to the right and left hip to the left. Offering a little rocking at the pelvis, the sacrum. Find that sweet spot in the center of your hips, that soft space of the pelvis. And then fold and hinge forward into your pigeon. You could use your block to support underneath right hip to keep an evenness at the base of the spine. If you find this is challenging for your knee, hip, your foot, your ankle, you can always take figure 4 on your back or in a seat. Right ankle crossing over left knee. We want to come into positions that allow us to surrender, and when we find resistance or rigidity, that is the signal to modify, to adjust. If we think of the spine, or energy for that matter, is like a hose and water running through the hose, and if we put a kink in the hose, then all of a sudden we stop the flow. So we want to make sure that we remove those kinks mentally and physically, not trying to force anything. But rather surrender and be. And be the ocean, and diving into your own depths. Those nourishing waters that you seek are within you. Rise. Walk hands back to your hips. Tuck left toes, lift the knee, step right foot back. You might come into a child's pose or tabletop. I am a fan of down dog after I hold pigeon. Follow your body's intuition. It's knowing how it wants to balance. Bring the knees down, tabletop. Block underneath left hand. Left leg sweeps off to the edge of the mat, and then right toes reach toward the back, right arm to the top. Big side body stretch. And then we will flow between side plank and gate pose. Right arm is going to reach forward down toward the floor. And then we'll take it to right foot, and left hand is going to reach toward the back, and then that left shoulder blade glides onto the back. And then we reach it once again toward the back. It comes across the torso, and then right arm reaches forward and the shoulder draws onto our back. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. So our final one. Coming back up to our gate pose, mini warrior 2. Bend into right knee and send the hips side to side, to the back of the mat, and then back to center. Hands to the top of the mat, left foot steps forward and wide, runner's lunge. Option to use the block. Option to tuck right toes and lift the knee if you want something more active, or if you've got more depth in your hips. Drop down onto forearms. Wide-angled forward fold, rise up, hips high, all 10 toes toward the long edge of your mat. Invite in that water element. It could be half lifts and lengthening through the spine. It could be a little swaying side to side or twisting. Notice how your body wants to invoke the element. More fluidity, less rigidity. And then coming to some stillness if you'd like, or continue to move. Move to the top of your mat, pigeon pose. Left knee bends. Left foot over to the right edge of your mat. Hands walk back towards your hips. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge. Inhale. Exhale. And then let your hips drop side to side. Find the sweet spot in the center, and then melt, soften, fold forward. And folding into yourself. It's a powerful remembering to connect with the water element within us. To remember that we are not this solid, dense mass. In fact, we are 99.999999% space and energy. And part of that space and energy is water. In the Western Hemisphere, it is summer. And I know for myself, growing up, water was a huge piece of how I played and enjoyed my summer, from swimming lessons to canoeing or boating with friends. So you might too remember your own associations, happy memories, joyful times that were around water. And slowly rise, walking the hands back. Draw left leg back and choose something to let it go, to reset. And lower onto your belly. Take your hands out wider than shoulder width. Prop up on fingertips. Anchor through your hips and pelvis, and inhale, rise. Let's do a little fluid cobra. Dropping the shoulder, moving the head side to side. And release. Roll onto your side, come onto your back. Sleeping butterfly. Soles of the feet come together, let your knees drop out wide. You might place your hands on your thighs or your knees and just gently rock the legs side to side. Adding a little sway in that pelvic bowl, swishing the waters within. And find stillness. You might bring both hands to your pelvis, or one hand to heart, one hand to pelvis. And letting ourselves be grateful for this water, for its wisdom, for its flow. This chance to feel, to create, water is a strong force, and it is constantly shaping us. I could use the example of the Grand Canyon, which is one of the wonders of the world, and how powerful that water is that shaped the canyon. And water is shaping us too, mentally and physically. It is a precious, sacred resource and necessary for life to thrive. Stay here as long as you'd like. Or join me as I draw my knees together. Roll to your side. And make your way to a seat. Palms of hands together, heart center. Thanks so much for joining me. Hariom Tat Sat.